Word. Cause that girl is dope. That girl's dope. It used to be my song. Dope. So this gonna be about generational curse breaking, y'all. We going into courting. We gonna do courting, not cord cutting, but courtships. Prayerfully that sink into marriage in a good way. This is what I was guided to talk about today. Courting. So let's see what that's about. It's the same as the Lovers card. This is the first group, Virgo. Always say that, crazy. Because I be minding my business. Cancer, born in Gemini, Scorpio, born in a Libra, Virgo, born in a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and Capricorn going into Sag. Courting the Lovers, for there are three that testify, the spirit and the water and the blood, and these three agree. So y'all may want to eat some squash, zucchini, squash, spaghetti, squash. They got all kind of yellow squash. They got all kind of different squashes. Get your squash on. The image. A couple is walking down the road holding hands. They are oblivious to the judgment of the two elders watching them because they are so into each other. It's clear from her facial expression that the woman's grandma isn't as enthused about the match as his appears to be. Lord, do y'all hear that shit? Do y'all hear the drama unfolding? The two are oblivious to the judgment of the two elders watching them because they are so into each other. It's clear from her facial expression that the woman's grandma isn't as enthused about the match as his appears to be. So his grandma loving it, her grandma hating. This is shit that happens. This is a generational curse breaking reading. It's so crazy. Yeah, I was trying to see which way I was going with it. Which of the 6 umbrellas that we're working with. Trying to get to nitty gritty of this twin flame journey madness. And this generational curse breaking buffoonery. And some more shit. This is like for real. Y'all know it's an active channel for real, for real. Cause honey baby, if you ain't got no juice and no punch out this motherfucker yet, something wrong with your ass. And I am not your feeding tube. This ain't church. This is, work with me, people kind of shit. The least y'all can do is like. People be going ham on them likes. They just don't realize a lot of people be going in and out of psychosis. That's why you got to repeat so much of the same shit. As a tarot reader, it gets monotonous because you want to channel something else, but it's not personal. So, you know what I'm saying? You end up just going with what you're going with and keep unlayering and uncovering and learning yourself. So it's not a big deal. However, it's a drag when at least you can't hit like. Ain't nobody, I'm not getting paid for shit. And sometimes, I know, y'all be sleep, all kind of shit. Wake up! Y'all need to get necessary sleep when y'all sleepy and stop doing shit all day long. I'm trying. How did I get off the subject matter? Fussing at y'all's ass. I know who it is. It's Offset's energy. Offset my reading. Must have made me upset around this motherfucker. This is about to be so messy. Cause what first of all, they're courting. They not outside in the grass humping like the sexual tarot deck. They walking up the road. What you don't like about him? You don't like the happiness on her face. You a hater. That's what it sounds like if we was to put it on up to the modern day times. Because clearly hate been hate. Just like real love been real love. There used to be a time when people understood the distinction between dating and courting. Dating was a lighthearted activity that gave a man and a woman a chance to get to know each other. Not only was it perfectly fine to call on different people, but it would also be considered unwise not to keep one's options open. However, when the two people decided they wanted to see each other exclusively, that's when the courtship stage began. The goal of courtship was not to have a companion for years, as is common nowadays. The goal was marriage. That being the case, courtship was taken very seriously and had to include the input of family members and close friends to determine the worth of such an investment. The reason for this is simple. Most people didn't marry just because they loved each other. They married for the purpose of social or economic upward mobility. It was often more of a business transaction than a testament to undying love. Do y'all see where this shit has got rifted and fucked up? And they just, it ain't nothing but Janet Jackson escapades. Make the rules up as they go along. Taking a little bit of African ways and Western cultures ways and blending some shit and coming up with some shit that ain't worked in a very long time. Okay. Because first of all, it ain't none of your damn business who I'm courting. It's really not. Because if that was effective, why aren't we still doing it? I know we do it in the Nation of Islam. Courtship is a thing. However, that's a nation within a nation. Ain't got nothing to do with your family per se if you're not in the nation. You go to church, you don't go to church at all, you spiritual or whatever. Don't nobody court, everybody date now. Or they turn, see what I'm saying? They give dowries in Islam. Africa, they into dowries. You know, it's based in Islam though. However, if you're a Christian, then it goes engagement, Western culture. So you end up with what? More dating, no courtships for real. Where you just getting married and that's it. People be engaged for 3 and 4 goddamn years, 10 years. Let me tell you something. In the Nation of Islam, 3 months. It's as long as you were supposed to, I don't know what they do now. However, I know that the standard is 3 months up out of there. Either you want her or you don't. Either this it or it ain't. Okay. Engaged for 6 years. We don't really want you, huh? Especially you using that. It's a manipulation tool. It really is. It's plain as day to see that they in here calling it a fucking business transaction. In America, hell yeah, and families, period. However, Allah about to do a new thing. All these outside voices and opinions, no, that ain't gonna be working. Because everybody don't have your best interests at heart. And they call themselves, and they still doing this kind of shit. That's what a lot of y'all waiting on in separation for. You don't know that they still practice that kind of shit. And to be all up in your business, a higher up, what they would call a higher up matriarch or some shit, a older aunt or some shit, somebody that's still alive and they did that and you didn't even know they did that back when your mama and daddy was together kind of shit. Honey, when I tell you still be practicing that shit, they ain't told you shit. In your business supreme, and when I tell you the intentions is so evil and the hatred and the jealousy and the envy of people's the older versus the younger. I remember I was that young. I ain't got no man. Why should they have a man? I mean, all kind of, you just subject to all kind of outside delusions. Like, bitch, what the fuck? You not getting no dick for a couple thousand years got to do with me? Nothing. Mind your business. They take that, I'm trying to tell you, they take that reception shit too far. They done gave you the monies. Next thing you know, they got all this saying this and that, and this is why it took that long, because they had to make sure that this is something they wanted to invest in, and you will keep having to push your wedding date back. Now you've been engaged for 40 years and 40 nights, kind of shit. Shit about to be real different. And in divine order, the way that it should be. Not with all this shit. You don't have no legs to stand on to be telling somebody something about who they should and who they shouldn't be marrying. And clearly it was going on back then where they showing Messi and a motherfucker. What you mean you don't like a business transaction? Where the money at? People ain't doing no motherfucking family business. They killing each other for motherfucking insurance money. Go on and talk about it, bitch. This is what they turned it into. I'm talking about y'all. All off the divine path, honey. Willy-nilly, honey. Willy-nilly. Don't even go blaming Willie Lynch, honey. Because he ain't nowhere around, honey. That lady been a hater. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, girl's mama or grandmama. Therefore, it only made sense that each partner's community be included in the discussion as it pertained to the propriety and auspiciousness of the match. After all, a poor choice, literally or figuratively, reflected badly on the entire family by ruining their reputation or causing their progeny to suffer an unstable or impoverished home. Thus, merely loving the other was simply not enough if the family was to consistently improve from one generation to the next. To marry an unapproved beau anyway was therefore considered not love at all, but the epitome of selfishness. What? Your approval. So let me tell you how messy it got. And how crazy motherfuckers done became. I don't know if these motherfuckers know. Oh, because this shit crazy and it ain't that hard. My grandfather, I don't think that he was alive. He may have been. I don't know the history on him. He like a mystic. My family don't really tell me nothing. My grandmother who's sitting next to him on that picture, I met her in person. She was my babysitter kind of shit. Her husband, never said a mumbling word kind of shit. Okay, like who is this mystery man? So Grammy, tell me, kind of shit. My mother ran from a wedding. She was getting married. She was about to get set to get married. She met my father coming to a whole nother state. Why she was here? Maybe this is the story she told me. Either trying to find work, family reunion, or something family related. Went back home and told her dad that she met a man. And she don't want to marry this other man. The same thing happened to my grandfather, where he met a woman and he left another woman at the altar and married my grandmother. Generational curse breaking, okay? Now, when my father went to meet my grandfather in Georgia, I don't think that his father went with him because he left Tennessee at 15 years old. He was his own man, basically, when he met my mother. I got my own money. I got my own shit. I got my own. You see, he did it properly, the courting. My grandmother knew about my mother, her father. However, he went on their turf. You hear what I'm saying? To meet my mother's father. Out of his element, Ohio, where he moved from Tennessee to, in Tennessee, he ain't from Georgia. He went on their turf. Now, how I feel like it started getting messy is I feel like, because my aunt said some shit like, she suggested to my mother, you gonna leave such and such for this little short something man talking about my dad. Laughing, I ain't see shit funny. My grandfather told my mother to follow her heart. So my mother left with my father. However, that's like a disapproval within that ain't even the damn father. That stirs up because they want him to be with this one and not that one. Do you see what the fuck I'm saying? Why people should mind their motherfucking business? Why y'all went in some type of room or something that was fucking soundproof? They never took into consideration that my father came with parents even though they weren't there physically. You're on your turf. Your parents are here. You a little bit too comfortable. That man, that beau that you looking real crazy at, like this girl's grandma, is somebody's motherfucking son. Just like you somebody's daughter. You just in your house comfortable and you don't see his family members. And it could have been a way that my father and them chose to roll, or my grandparents chose to roll, just to see what was up with that. Would they even consider? My grandmother could have went and met them. I don't know all the deets to it. However, I do know my father was his own man when he went to Georgia to meet my grandfather. People don't consider it's two sides. This shit all over the place. And they think it didn't work. Because if it did, then it would be more legacies being built. More people getting married, staying together. Not all this side chick shit and cheating and lying and all this whole weird ass shit. Insurance, killing people, calling it sacrificing and all this old weird ass shit. Like somebody don't know what the fuck they talking about. Like people don't realize you could be 80 years old this life and I could be 45 years old this life and I could be older than you on a soul level. You do not know. And if you think you know, you need to go dig a little bit deeper in them roots. Because something wrong, been wrong than a motherfucker. You see why you should keep people out your business? Especially if you don't got no mother or father. And if you got a mother, she better be strong than a motherfucker. If you got family that's messy and your divine masculine got family that's messy. When I used to do hair, I used to work in this hair salon with people that was lovers of Beyonce. So they had did it On the Run. They started that On the Run tour. And at the time, I had stopped watching TV. I was on some other shit. I had been really stopped watching TV, for real, for real. However, I was just kind of like living Amish, the city girl way kind of shit. So it's like that's an on the run tour. They on the run. Why they on the run? They're like, oh, wow, this shit just live as fuck. I'm like, looks a little fucking disturbing to me. Cause I think they for real. Like they on the run, like, cause they wanna be together. They wasn't feeling me. However, I ain't caught up in, sensationalism so I can see it differently. And I'm like, that's kind of crazy. They masked up and everything. And what they singing in a song sound kind of crazy. Literally. Because you try to do these weird traditions that been working against everybody. People aren't credible enough to be telling you who's good for you and who's not, because they do shit like kill your mother and father off so they can have say so in your life, especially if they see any business benefits. What the fuck, man? Shit. They went wrong in a motherfucker. I feel like it was some people that was mad. My grandfather was a man your business type. The one right here on this wall. And so was my mother's father, for real, for real. Didn't really do messy. He was a Virgo. More like whatever makes you happy kind of fella. But then within that, where like you would say, shit, I shouldn't have been so lighthearted kind of shit. Because, baby, these calamities is crazy. And that would make you think that you weren't supposed to be with that person because they stir up that kind of way to make it look like that. No, she should have just went with so and so. You see what I'm saying? Oh, fuck that shit. You got me fucked up. This is shit going on. Though this card is certainly about love and romance, it doesn't have to be. There are many different types of relationships as well as unspoken contracts that keep them together. We are all giving our attention to someone or something. When courting comes up in a reading, it asks you to appraise the value of your attachments in terms of your individual long-term goals. Will continuing to engage with that person, those people, or that thing help advance you or your reputation among the kind of people you respect or with whom you want to do business? Will their presence help or harm your efforts to attain the life you visualize? It's time to review your ethics and make an honest assessment of the road you're choosing. It's time to make a choice. If you receive a courting in a reading, consider the following. What binds you to her, him, this, or that? Is that healthy? Is that how you really feel, or are you parroting someone else? Make up your mind. What is your philosophy of life, and how does that inform this relationship? What if you commit fully to this? Is the passion, love, desire reciprocal? How can it be when you got all these motherfuckers in y'all business? And y'all ain't even titled some of what's going on courting. You say separation. You don't even think something's still going on. Because soon as motherfuckers, they do shit to get you thrown in court. They be the only courting going on around this bitch. Sabotaging the fuck out of shit that's needed to build a legacy. It's a curse over your motherfucking life. Literally, so many different voices and opinions and motherfuckers parroting around. And you would get to saying shit that you don't even fucking mean. Because you got all these outside influencers and opinions in your goddamn business. Make up your mind. It reminds me of the movie The Notebook. People get messy. Like you get them any little bit of, like my mother said, give a nigga an inch, they gonna take a mile every time, Mia. They can't handle leadership. Anything where they can see they can take control and do some shit, they gonna do it and fuck shit up. Ain't been on and went to talk to God about nothing. Talking to him after they create the storms, and then when you get them out of it, still keep the same story that so-and-so should have been with so-and-so. That's why this is happening to their family kind of shit. Knowing they had a hidden hand in doing that shit because they wanted her to be with so-and-so. What the fuck? You are not the father. You are not even the mother for the grandmothers in the business. Where the fuck is the chain of command? Nowhere. Just in all kind of different filthy ass hands with your life, your destiny in their hands, making decisions that you don't even know they motherfucking making. Because you love somebody. What the fuck? Cute doesn't last. Are your morals, values, and goals aligned? So some of these motherfuckers opinionated about how y'all divine masculine look. They want you with a lighter skin bow. Using that kind of language, y'all don't even talk to these motherfuckers. It is not your business, Miss Ma'am. What color is your bow? Do you have one? If you do, pay attention to him. If you don't, pay attention to your motherfucking self and whatever else you need to be handling in your home. Look at all these goddamn life insurance business transactions based on the criteria of looks. Like what? How the fuck we gonna look in the casket after you finish fucking this shit up? Are you both on the same page, or do you have entirely different books? The moral to the story is ... Check motherfuckers is in your business too much. This ain't that. This ain't no order to this shit. What you mean? Taking bits and pieces from old ass parts of history that you barely can even motherfucking remember and just coming up with some shit. And niggas dying left and right and you want to call it sacrifice. Going in the Bible for the wording of your murder and your messy behavior. I mean, messy is a motherfucker. Ain't nigga no business. It's some of y'all business. Ain't gave y'all shit. And then, how they do you in the South is so dirty. If you marry who they don't like, then they use the excuse that they can't help you because you got a husband. If you marry who they do like, they making him to eye and cut you a check and pass it to you at the little family reunion banquet kind of shit. Like, if you don't get the fuck out of here. And then charge it to when they don't come to the family meeting, knowing goddamn well ain't nothing going on at the family meeting but them eat spaghetti, some salad, and a motherfucking butter roll. And them taking minutes and collecting dues out that bitch, trying to figure out what they gonna do to make more money. And they said shit about who dating who doing what with who, and if it is, it's just a chip in on the reception or something to do with the wedding. Sold together like a motherfucker. Sin and disorder every motherfucking where. And meeting adjourned. That's the more of this motherfucking story. And they don't got nothing else but more and more witchcraft for people that tell the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed because they got more life in front of them than they got mind in their fucking head. Five of sticks. Five of sticks in reverse. We're going to see what that's about. Ace of baskets. Basket cases. Five of sticks in reverse and ace of basket cases. Sometimes you just want to have some fun. Now you can't even have no fun. Black Hermit in reverse. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. What's that about, Black Hermit? How you just gonna come up in reverse like that? Somebody must be making an offer to y'all and your ancestors saying no thank you. Because they did too much. That's what I'm feeling. Mm-hmm. Father of Knives. I told y'all that remind me of my grandfather. Oh my God. Sick of the book. Oh no, they cool. Five of sticks in reverse. Baby. Nine of Knives. I'm trying to tell you. No, they don't even want it. God damn, motherfuckers did too much. Eight of Knives. We about to look into this shit, y'all. Somebody did too motherfucking much, bitch. When I say did too much, mother of coins. I'm trying to tell you, some of y'all about to be laid up, honey, like y'all somewhere in the damn water. Y'all may be in the water off, honey. Let me tell you something somewhere, honey. Mother of baskets. Oh God, it's a mother of basket cases. Somebody saying somebody saying they the mother of all the basket cases. What? Yeah. Oh my God. You know what? I can't. It's so much deep shit. Y'all just do not even understand. Y'all really don't. That's the importance of doing your work. Cause shit be going on. People be having all gens. Have goddamn 7 gens. Spirit babies. Motherfucker just put it on them because they pretty. Make them a single mother of 5 motherfuckers, 6 motherfuckers, 7 motherfuckers that ruin their motherfucking life. Pimp them like they stupid. They be the mama of the basket cases. Do you hear me? And some bitch being funny. Let me tell y'all something. A motherfucker could have a twin. They will rip you apart from your twin, put you in separation, and make you the mother of 5 gens. And your life will be spent paying out crazy ass kids that do not love you. I'm talking weird ass relationship in the worst way. And those type of things just kept adding up and adding up and adding up throughout the annals of history and became so fucking out of control that people that are wise know that they have to really interrogate their children. Mildly interrogate their children. Who do you work for? Kind of shit. Who are you of God? You're not trying to play me, are you? Are you like trying? I'm trying to tell you. Some people just let it go that just because they had them, you know what I'm saying, and could have all kind of crazy ass men as the father. Because some bitch playing with sticks and stones with a whole bunch of bad ideas and just can't knock it off. Now, motherfuckers that's in their 80s, their parents are stepping up saying, no, because you still alive. You the same age as my son. And what you did ruined my son's union, my son's children's unions, and my son's children's unions. You out of line. What you mean offer him a ace of baskets? Cases, you mean? Negative. Yeah. The image. A teenager looks cross as four of her peers talk maliciously behind her back. She will cross jinx them later. You see the type of shit they was dealing with in the South for real and all over America and the world? She will cross it. How do you know they talking about you? And if they did, what the fuck you care for? If it ain't true or if it is, who cares? Negative. This is in reverse. Unnecessary drama, haters, trolls, failing to stand up for oneself, lack of competition, minor annoyances, embarrassing or uncomfortable situations. The devil is in the details, grudges, being easily intimidated, and pretending things are okay when they're not. If you had a problem, why the fuck you ain't speak on it? Why would you do all this old extra shit, dog? I want to see what they offering y'all. What the fuck is the Ace of Baskets? With some bread? A gift card to Olive Garden kind of shit? The audacity of some of this shit, man. And then they call some of y'all mother like too sensitive kind of shit. Because, I mean, they was getting their heart broke while some of these bitches went on with their twin. You hear me? Some of y'all mothers broke y'all mother up, broke their family up, fuck their mother, just envy. Mm-hmm. End of suffering. Yeah, your grandfather, great grandfather, grandfather, they not playing with these motherfuckers, and it's really grandfather energy for real. And then it's over with. They not fucking with them. Ain't nothing they can offer them. It's burned bridges, bad as fuck. I'm talking sin. Sick of these motherfuckers. Ain't got shit else to say. Wild lettuce, the image. A basket overflowing with water sits atop a lodestone. Lodestones are used in hoodoo to attract prosperity and love. They're love spells. Offering another one kind of shit? Oh, they dead in the head. That's all the fuck they got. Compassion, emotional renewal, having a sense of peace, falling in love, conception, new relationships, happiness, messages in water, abundance, empathy, intuition, feeling refreshed, spiritual people, and healing old wounds. Negative, suppressed feelings, unrequited love, being overly emotional, miscarriage, and bad breakup. So they was making some of y'all like doing the same shit throughout the years. Breaking twins up in the worst way. Y'all about to be getting compensated. I'm talking about being cared for by ancestors. And I mean, what you deserve. Like, cause I mean, god damn, y'all, some of this heavy ass shit. It's heavy. It's heavy because damn. It's light because you don't have to carry it or wonder or, have so many questions that's unanswered. All kind of shit. These motherfuckers dead. This is somebody saying that they had these people didn't understand some of y'all mothers. And then this is some of y'all grandmothers or mothers saying that they had a bunch of crazies. Like, what could they do? They was messy than a motherfucker. You can only do so much curtailing before it just ends up a catastrophe from so many lies. Black Hermit energy in reverse. That's interesting to me. Because I don't even know if that card reads in reverse. Mm-mm. I'll read y'all the scripture though. Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. So some of y'all practicing magic, you gotta up your faith muscle. You gotta practice. You gotta really work your faith muscle. If you feel like stuff ain't working for you, you just end up with a bunch of stuff. But if you feel like, I mean, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. That's where you hire out at. If it is your thing, then you gotta work on your faith. Some of y'all may not be ready for that Black Herman uh, action. Yes, it ain't for everybody. Listen to me. Eight of Knaves. A man stands in the middle of the crossroads with two knives stuck in the ground at the entrance of each pathway. Crossroads are considered powerful places where the physical and spiritual worlds meet. And people want to deal with, his energy. I don't think he's at the crossroads, is what he's saying. Sometimes people get gods or deities mixed up. Everybody ain't at the crossroads. That's what he's saying. He's not at the crossroads. Some people may not be ready for that type of energy. Believing in yourself again, empowered thinking, the removal of obstacles, escape from bondage, acquittal, being productive, a much needed release, ceasing to be your own worst enemy, liberating oneself from a victim mentality, renewed hope, and finding a way out of a predicament. Yeah, some of y'all faith been tampered with, where it fucks with y'all magic, and you can't find a way out of a predicament. Y'all got a lot of witches in y'all family. I mean, wicked ones. So, gamble on y'all life like they crazy. I ain't lying, y'all. I ain't lying. Where you would feel like your life is not your own, and that could be a scary thing because, y'all got to bridge the gap between yourselves and y'all ancestors so that y'all can get the right answers and stop being scared with a lot of stuff, especially if you got Native American in your bloodline. You got to get out of that shit because you'll be stuck. You can't think about a Black Herman, nothing. First of all, you got to start communicating more effectively or communicate, period, with your ancestors the right way. No days off. Really building something so that they can reveal what needs to be revealed to you and you take it seriously and not like, so earthbound. Where when somebody tell you to put a notebook by the bed, you don't do it. And some of y'all may have done it at one time. You're not consistent. You ease up on it. It's not a way of life. It got to become a way of life in order to tap in the way that some of y'all need to tap in to find out who the fuck is doing what. Gambling on y'all life like they done lost their mind, y'all. Look at them hands. Don't they look evil? Tell the truth. You don't know like whose hands is coming to your mind that y'all think is getting. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, consider that name that came to your mind when you seen this shit. I'll wait. Somebody saying this. I hear a whole bunch of like, consider who the. That look like supposed to say that body say, hey, listen, write it down, make it plain, bitch. Pray on it, talk to your ancestors. Is this, and that? Is that so and so hands? Who is that? Who is trying to play me? Who is doing this and that? If you take one step towards your ancestors will take one step towards you. If you take 2 steps towards your ancestors will take 2 steps towards you. Your whole thing with ancestors will be your consistency because they're not about to waste their time if you're not even consistent and really trying to figure out what the fuck is going on that keeps hurling you out of your destiny. Some of y'all been on top of it just like me. And some of y'all may have a grandfather, like I said in the first group's reading, or the second group reading, excuse me. This is the first group. The second group's reading. Like my grandfather. You just keep up. You ain't, something going on. I ain't letting go with nobody here. I wouldn't give a fuck. Some of y'all gonna be straight. Because you did the work, bro. This shit ain't no joke. To liberate. I was watching this movie and it was about basically the end of ancestral lineages. Like, because nobody does the work, that name just basically dies out. That family, everything, that lineage dies out. It's a real thing. Shit. It's a real thing. Don't let them fool you. And then you be looking at how other people's family all put together and this and that and want that and this and that. And then you don't even start it with your own. You will still be looking outside of your own microcosm to see what they doing over there. They ain't doing shit. This what the fuck they doing. Oh, throwing shit on the crossroads and shit. Some of y'all don't got no magicians in y'all family. That's what Black Hermit energy is saying. Y'all, some of y'all gonna be the first magicians in y'all family. And the first thing that some of y'all gonna have to do is to work on y'all faith muscle because they fucked with your faith muscle. Because of this shit. They blocking you. Shit that you could get that the universe would give to you naturally. Because you're a natural magician. The first one in some of y'all family to be a natural magician. That's huge. However, clearly, these motherfuckers think they is it and they ain't no damn magicians. This is not magic. This is a murderer that uses dice and motherfucking money or whatever the fuck they do on their bingo nights with your name on the board in the back to say you are now the number up for the sacrifice. Come with them. This is somebody mother who's saying they birthed basket cases, okay? Dead in the fucking head. This is not magic. This is mumbo jumbo. Those who know that, sitting like this. Those who want to get to know that because you the first one out the gate, you better get to kicking up dust, little homie. Because they playing with you real the fuck out of stupid. And these are not magicians. These are just basket cases that kill people for insurance money because you in their family and got their last name. Don't you give me no dirty looks. 8 of coins. I'm trying to tell you, people just keep writing checks. I'm trying to tell you, stuff will start popping for you, whether it's in your ancestors is in the ethereal realm, or those that are about to be your ancestors, or those that you don't even know that's within your family and your bloodline, or you may be the only one that talk like you got sense in your motherfucking head, that got your head on straight, that know what's going on, that understands nature, that understands yourself, and have a reverence for God. You're not doing it for nobody to cut you no check. You doing it because you looking for the knowledge of yourself. You looking because you're trying to figure out what is this witchcraft, what is this hoodoo, what is this voodoo, what is magic really? Is killing people magic? Why are they calling it magic? Why does she say stay in your magic if magic is killing people? Kind of questions, which is very, very good. That'll get you some fucking where. And then just sitting being a fucking parrot saying something is magic that is not. That is sheer insanity. Mumbo jumbo. Name on a board with the numbers in the back like they playing bingo with your motherfucking name. And you the next on the motherfucking sacrificial lamb list. Because you in their bloodline. Who the fuck is them? They could be some spirit babies that keep getting in your motherfucking family. The same ones that these matriarchal energies are saying that they birthed that were basket cases that people put on them so it can ruin their life. They just end up being a caretaker of children that shit on them. Basically, an enabler. Don't do nothing but ask for shit all the time. And they got to provide it no matter how old these motherfuckers get. Is you is or is you ain't kind of shit. 4 coins. Let's see what that's about. And they could come from a whole bunch of tricky ass motherfuckers. You gotta watch motherfuckers that you just be doing. I'm trying to tell you, they'll throw you in the bed with any motherfucker body. You'll be burying shit and ain't got no motherfucking business. Ain't got no motherfucking nothing in their family. Or a bunch of fucking whack jobs. Looking for you to clean up their sins. And we'll keep forgetting that you have parents and grandparents watching they ass, and they gonna get you whether it's in this life or the next. You are going to get God because it's low-key obligatory for them to handle it, so their name or their lineage is not obliterated, because motherfuckers just let motherfuckers come in that bitch and do whatever the fuck they want to without asking no questions. Just get to feed niggas. Tupac showed us that on that movie, and I keep saying that shit. Poetic justice, when he pulled up at that family reunion and he was just able to get out the car and be like, Lucky, Lucky, remember me, little Lucky? Hey, oh yeah, Lucky. He Big wasn't in that goddamn family. All they do, what they do? Feed him and act like he was with him just because he was black. The uncle was like, I'm going to find out what's going on around here. He had a little bit of sense to pick up on, I don't really remember no nigga named Lucky kind of shit. A man uses a dowsing rod to search for gold. He is using pine crosses, goose feathers, and brimstone as charms to aid him. It was common for whites to utilize the aid of root workers to find buried treasures. Positive financial security, material gain, sound investments, inheritance, careful budgeting, living within one's means, conservatism, and saving for a rainy day. Black Herman's saying that's what makes you a good magician. Not everything, your life is run off the lottery and bingo. That don't make you a magician. It make you a thief. Because you about to start stealing from doing shit. You a bad gambler. You like literally using people's lives and games of chance and calling it magic. That's not magic. He's saying a good magician understands financial security, understands material gains, understands sound investments, understands inheritance. Some of y'all understand that. Careful budgeting, living within one's means. You damn sure got to as a magician. Conservatism, show enough. And saving for a rainy day if you can get to it. This shit, honey baby, where? Now listen to the negative aspects, because that's what these people will be right here. Greed, hoarders, selfishness, wastefulness, obsessive couponing, clingy people, scarcity consciousness, which Allah hates, penny pinchers. They will make y'all like this. Controlling personalities and fear of change. And you will be the only magician in your fucking family. Full of these motherfuckers claiming they are because they do bingo all the time, lottery, and this kind of shit where they put people's name on something to see who the next up on the sacrificial lambs list for some insurance money, especially if y'all come from a big ass family. I'm just telling you. Son of knives. Daughter of knives. Some of y'all got gifts. And y'all got to step up and quit shrinking. Somebody is trying to make y'all like y'all ain't real at what y'all do, and they not. They even had, you got to even look at this kind of shit, y'all. And this is how deep sometimes magic go and generational curses and all this shit. Is this young man on the 4 coins, they said that he helped people to find treasures. You can have a motherfucking family full of these motherfuckers and it go wrong. And they become pirates. Because that's all they did. However, they don't do that no more. So what else is y'all going to do? Because this done turned into goddamn you just popping up in families thinking a motherfucker need you to find some treasures. And they don't do that no more. Do you hear me? Or you ain't evolved in the way where you can see where you beneficial to finding treasures, which would be like a motherfucker that was a banker or some shit. They can find some money you spending on, you know what I'm saying? Like hidden fees kind of shit. Other than that, ain't nobody hiring you to go with that. Will it come back one time? Who knows? However, it's up to the people in that lineage that got these kind of gifts to keep up with that kind of shit in order not to be obliterated, where it'll never even be needed no more kind of shit. Or if it is, it's people that kept up with theirs and they'll be right on time with it. You see what I'm saying? Like, what you about to do with that stick in 2024? Like, oh, we got gifts in our family. I can actually find treasures if I just put the stick. Da 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 da. Okay, may trend. Who knows? I'm just saying though, they got shit now. But you can detect it. Goddamn. You see? However, this type of person may find it faster than what they got on the detector side. It's still up to you to keep up with what the fuck. It really is. That's why some people keep their family small and they still get annihilated, like the Native Americans. Like, how the fuck? How the fuck? And then come out winning. Where did be goddamn 500 people in one family and 50 in the other one, and the 50 kick ass because they do more work and less talking than the motherfucking 500, bro? Hello? People keep it tight for a reason. Sometimes when they understand their capacity to handle shit, they not about to be having all them motherfucking kids. And if they do have all them kids and they feel like they got the capacity to handle it, then they gonna have the capacity to kill whoever need to be killed that got out of line and made their job harder or their vision go to shit when they had the capacity to handle that many people. Oh yeah, it ain't no game or no joke. We in this, we up in it, bitch. You hear me? Victory is mine. Victory is mine. Some of y'all about to come into some gifts, boy. Bishop C.H. Mason. Some of y'all parents was Mason. My father was a Freemason. I ain't ashamed to say that shit. I don't be ashamed to say nothing. I don't know why people be so ashamed of their heritage or whatever was going on. I don't get it. That shit weird as fuck to me. It's part of self-hatred to a degree. Or you ain't a part of this family. You just disagree with every motherfucking thing everybody do. That's just like finding out that is not your twin. You know what I'm saying? Damn, we don't get along about nothing. We ain't in agreement with. That's not equally yoked. You feel me? We don't like none. We don't agree on none. That's a sign of some bullshit. Either you ain't for me or somebody working the fuck out of some motherfucking candles. In the worst way. I'm trying to find this Bishop C.H. Mason because he's relevant. This is relevant as Black Hermit. Because his energy kept coming up. So whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him, it is sin. James 4:17. So this card is based on a Hierophant card. So any Taurus watching this, because you're moving on up into Aries energy, this buds for you. And whoever else it resonates with. So whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him it is sin. For you it is sin. Yeah, you the one to see it in order to do the right thing about it. You don't do nothing about it. That's just like I said, somebody was, I kept watching readers and they kept talking about children being molested. Like, okay, that's too many readers talking about a child being molested. I just hurried up and went and got my children's healing candle and put some chakra balancing in there and to do away with evil. I don't know who children it is. However, I seen it. So why not do something about it if I can? You see what I'm saying? Because if not, the sin falls on you. Because you seen it and did nothing about it. Shit happening to people that's doing shit about it. That's when I be having a motherfucking problem. You hear me? This card combines Bishop Mason's iconic photo with an interpretation of what his spiritual baptism looked like. He said this was about the moment the Holy Spirit visited him. So when he had gotten me straight on my feet, there came a light which enveloped my entire being above the brightness of the sun. When I opened my mouth to say glory, a flame touched my tongue, which ran down me. My language changed, and no word could I speak in my own tongue. Oh, I was filled with the glory of the Lord. My soul was then satisfied. Mason, the history and life work of Elder C.H. Mason and his co-laborers. 30. Bishop Charles Harrison Mason was a Pentecostal holiness denominational leader and founder, chief apostle, and first senior bishop of the Church of God in Christ, Kojic, based in Memphis, Tennessee. That's my father. That's my grandfather. I'm stumping ground. Yeah. By the time of Mason's death, Kojic had more than 4,000 churches and 400,000 members in South America, Africa, Asia, Europe, and the United States. Today, Kojic has 6.5 million members in 12,000 congregations around the world. Some of y'all may be Kojic. One of the most significant events in the Bishop Mason's life was surviving a yellow fever epidemic when he was 12 years old. His recovery was attributed to prayer. Bishop Mason's mother, Eliza, who was formerly enslaved, was known in the community as being very powerful and spiritually gifted. In the theology of Black American churches, the Holy Spirit was emphasized and petitioned to intercede in earthly matters more than in mainstream churches. This is true. I went to a Kojic church. I used to go to Kojic churches just to visit. Oh yeah, they about that life in there. And they got that much witchcraft too, though. You know, that's why they got to do it. Because the bitches be in there. They be selling in that motherfucker. You talk about Harry Potter. Kojic churches is Harry Potter. Bishop Mason was dedicated to spreading the word of God, but he didn't think that women's voices should be suppressed by the church, nor did he believe there was anything wrong with seeing the power and utilizing the roots. After all, rhabdomancy, the divination by means of rod, wand, staff, stick, or arrow, was utilized by the patriarchs of the Bible. When you receive Bishop C.H. Mason in a reading, you are being asked to humble yourself and trust the teachers, guides, and elders of your community. This is no easy task in an age when no one wants to be told what to do, and authorities of all types are subjects of deep suspicion or outright hatred. This is especially true if said authorities are representatives of so-called organized religions. While there is excellent reason to be skeptical of anyone attempting to usurp our agency, we should not allow paranoia to become so crystallized in our consciousness that we end up throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Bishop C.H. Mason represents the conventional wisdom of any and all societal institutions, be they universities, places of worship, or corporations. Basically, this includes any place with rules, guidelines, rites, and rituals that must be adhered to in order to be considered officially a member of a community. The bishop also represents unspoken rules, as they are often just as important. For example, a person attending a heavy metal concert in well-fitted khakis, a button-down shirt with a pop collar, and loafers would almost instantly be identified as being an outsider. It doesn't matter if the person in the preppy clothes knows the lyrics to every song the band performs, so it is critical to understand that no matter how free-spirited the individual at the concert considers themselves to be, or what the hell reaction to the preppy dresser is indicative of still being part of a system. The bishop asks that you recognize the importance of group cohesion, cooperation, submission, temperance, and conservatism regarding the matter at hand. This is most likely not the best time to do you. Okay, so that's deep. Y'all, oh yeah, that's deep. Oh, let me tell you something else. Y'all be giving credit to the wrong people. Y'all know y'all ancestors low-key be salty when y'all be giving credit to Archangel Michael. When it be Archangel Carl or some shit. Archangel Daryl. You feel me? They don't like that. You gotta tap in. You can't just keep saying Archangel Michael because that's a popular angel and it ain't even him. That doesn't help with the battle at hand. You ain't giving them nothing. You ain't where the offerings at. And if you giving an offering to Archangel Michael and Archangel Michael ain't even the one fighting for you, you just saying that because you heard somebody else say it, then you know, you tripping. If you a part of some form of organization, this ain't the best time to do you. Somebody gave their word to something. It ain't the best time to do you. Somebody coming to collect. For real, somebody coming to collect. I'm trying to tell you. Look at this, y'all. This is creepy. Like 10 in baskets like a Get Out movie. Like 10 basket cases. Even though that's like seeming good, it don't look, it feel weird. You know what I'm saying? I know if I was to go read it, however, that's not what I'm picking up. Like, you know, end up going off into some other shit. Yeah, like you reaping what you sow. You said you was with us. You said you was with the devils, kind of shit. Like you was Kojic just a minute ago, but you was doing this with the Bible the other day. Oh, you've been working with us for 20 years. I'm telling y'all, I went into a Kojic church and my father said, go in there and meet me. My client invited me. So I was like, sure, because she's nice. And the bishop that was there, I wasn't aware, or I was aware. I cannot remember, y'all. However, I be getting so much stuff. I can't go nowhere. GCB going nowhere because my father, by him being a Mason and a licensed minister, he be all over it anytime I go anywhere near a church. Either stay out of there or this is what they're doing in there. Shit. And it's just, I be a op like a mother. I'm not here. Well, you think I'm here. I don't even know why I'm here. I'm here and I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. So it just worked out like that, especially when you in your magician mode and you doing your thing. Kind of shit. I told one of my brothers, I said, look, I think I'm about to go into this occult shit for real, for real. And he was like, okay, so you ready to just go get thrown in the Scooby-Doo van? Walk down the alley and get thrown in the Scooby-Doo van. I'm like, yeah, basically. So, my father was saying before I went into this coaching church, Eshu, Mimi, they using Eshu instead of Jesus. And I said, Jesus is spelled J-E-S-U-S, Daddy. So I'm in the church writing, kind of like trying to decode this shit. I'm like, they're using Eshu. So that's some African deity. That's not Jesus. That's not what this is. You know what I'm saying? He Kojic now. He Kojic now. Okay? And the Mason. So they let you know. Holy Spirit is Holy Spirit. If your grandmother was a holy woman and she passes away, that's the Holy Spirit. If your grandfather was a holy man and he passes away, that's the Holy Spirit. If you got a sister, she passes away and she was a holy woman, that's the Holy Spirit. If you got a child and they pass away and that was a good child, that's the Holy Spirit. So you got to know what you're doing. And you got to be serious about it, however, not so serious where it cancels out the magic altogether. Okay? So yeah, they was working, and they ended up killing the bishop there. He was battling for his life when I was there. It was like a movie. I was sitting there. And he kept going in and out the hospital. They kept attacking him. And then come to find out, either I knew this before, and I was like, hold up. Is this the man that I was watching? When I was a Christian, before I became a Muslim, I went to the Kojic church after I became a Muslim. Just on a mission, okay, for Allah God, okay? Trying to figure out what is going on around here. Secret mission. People say, what do she be doing by herself all the time? Man in my business. Man in my business. You hear me? So I'm like, I was watching TBN one day. Y'all know TBN if y'all Christian. Y'all know TBN. And this bishop was on there and they was interviewing him. And he was saying he was in the Nation of Islam. And this was before I joined the nation. I'm almost kind of 98% sure that's how that happened. Just watching TBN because they used to be my jam. So Jay asking him, what happened with you being in the nation? Oh, nothing happened with me being in the nation. It was, basically the opportunity was the opportunity. No different than what happened with Uncle Malcolm. Saying I'm going over here to the East to study, whatever. He went back to Christianity because something was calling him back to Christianity. And he went to Kojic route. Possibly could have been this. Because the Nation of Islam has some forms of occult science in it because it's a scientific, metaphysical, deep, spiritual organization. Okay? So I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Then after I joined the nation, not even completely forgetting about that, I'm like, go. She invited me to the church. This is my client. I'm going to go because she nice. She tell me the name. I look him up. I start saying, hold on, is this the same man I seen on TBN? Why he look like the same? Hold on, was he from Cleveland? Kind of shit. I'm to find out it was the same man. They killed him. I was sitting there watching them kill him. Ain't nothing I could do. I wasn't doing nothing at the time. I was doing what I'm doing, y'all. It's levels to it. When you can't get there till you get there. You can't know what you know until you know what you know. However, never stop searching. Never stop being curious. Never stop asking questions. Never stop putting the pieces of the puzzle together. How bad do you want to know who you are? How bad do you want to know who blocking you? How bad do you want your destiny to play out in a way where you don't have to struggle and strive for everything that you get, when you know that at one time you was able to sow something and then reap it in return with no problem? Natural magician. Ain't nothing in your ointment getting in the way. You ain't getting in your own way. You ain't cutting your own feet off. You ain't cutting your nose off, spite your face. Kind of situation. Then all of a sudden you get hurled into a bunch of conflicts, and then nothing's moving in your life, and you questioning every damn thing. Shit all upside down and topsy-turvy. How bad do you want it? Clearly, this man wanted it bad, that he was willing to go through the Masons to find it, and then allowed his ancestors to body jump him and call them the Holy Spirit, and took it deeper into the Christian faith, like where Uncle Marvin Gaye father was trying to take his church, the metaphysical route. Anytime you try to take a church that way, where you gonna be using God, Holy Spirits, which would be considered your ancestors, and the Bible to whoop on witches or anybody doing some shit that they ain't got no business doing, that's gonna throw the sacred divine order of God out of whack, oh, you gonna have a whole problem on your hands. Oh, yes, you is. Oh, yes, you is. They got rid of Uncle. You see what they did to Uncle Marvin Gaye family? And then had his father killed? That was all witches. Because what his vision was. No different than Joseph telling them about his vision and them throwing him in a damn pit. It's the same shit, bro. I was watching them sit up there doing that to him. And he would say, hit me. Telling his congregation I was good witches, good witch Clarabells, hit me. And they would hit, like, put their hand out like Reiki, and he would recover. Then they would do something to attack another organ in his body and keep putting him in the fucking hospital. I had to keep going, like, on some research shit, just on the occult stuff, like, or learning, like, on some, my like, auntie, Zora Hurston. You know what I'm saying? Zora Neale Hurston looking like she went far and wide to figure out what all this is. Shit, do you hear me? And my daddy be talking plain as fuck. He audibly loud as fuck. Talk about Claire audience. Damn, daddy turned the volume. Hey, me, yeah. They up in there worshiping issue. Like, what? So I gotta be on my phone, in the car, trying to figure it out, in there, doing some decoding. Okay. You see what I'm saying? You really gotta be on your business, man. You can't be playing around out here in these streets, or you gonna be looking real crazy. I'm trying to tell you, this is most likely not the best time to do you. You hear me? You in a situation. You in a situation with these motherfuckers. But Black Herman said, they ain't got the juice. You got the juice, just how you live your regular life. Victorious with the 4 coins, being all extra responsible and shit. You're a real magician to qualify for the job, not these motherfuckers. Listen. I cannot. Oh my God. I'm trying to tell you. You get to the point where you don't need. That's why sometimes divine masculines be get mad at divine femmes is really offered to this work, cause you get lost. You don't need nobody. You be so busy trying to figure out what is on. No, that just be a whole nother. That be a large ass piece of the puzzle. Clearly, this is a courting reading channel message. So yeah, it's definitely about that. However, what the fuck? Could you really be engaged and emulsed and goddamn engulfed and any other word, you know what I'm saying? Just deeply involved in something that you know you're getting somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes your faith get tested, and sometimes your faith is the size of a mustard seed and feel like you can move every mountain everywhere. And then sometimes you're like, I need to go get me some mustard seeds to see what size of faith I need to move this motherfucker. Kind of shit. Hell no. I'm just trying to tell y'all, this shit crazy as fed up, bro. And it don't stop. You hear me? Let me get y'all what else he wants y'all to know these questions. Cause they be trying to get us off what we need to be doing, and we ain't gonna do that, bitch. Shit. If you receive Bishop C.H. Mason in a reading, consider the following. Is conformity always good or bad? The nail that sticks out gets hammered down. So some of y'all stick out. That's why they got y'all in their little gambling shit. Because y'all stick out. Especially if some of y'all the first magician in y'all family. You hear me? Y'all stick out. So they're going to attack you, baby. For real. Some of y'all son and knives sticking out. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody wear that. You wearing that. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all stick out. They at you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you. Crazy as fuck. Smell the victory dripping off of your ass. And some of the people responsible for blocking y'all divine masculine. Weird. What do you really believe in? What do you have faith in? Go deeper and explore further. Do you see the value in your cultural heritage? Is what is considered orthodoxy or the proper way to do things actually orthodox, or is it improper to your community? It might be in your best interest to follow the rules this time. Everyone is a disciple of something, but true discipline is rare. Are you sure you understand the fine print? So don't get to signing no lease with no family members and end up in a motherfucking Get Out movie, y'all. Join us. Oh boy. This will come to Jesus. Y'all gonna be joining church and stuff? Join an organization? Y'all better do something. Could it be careful though? Because these are perilous times. You don't want to go running into no Jim Jones shit. Even though I love me some Jim Jones. However, if you ain't ready to drink the Kool-Aid and die, because that's the real motherfucker right there. And you don't want to go nowhere where they slow dripping you telling you ain't nothing in the Kool-Aid. They praying on it and Jesus going to cover it knowing damn well they trying to get you to die so they can cash out on that motherfucking life insurance policy. That's why I love Jim Jones. What the fuck you mean? He knew what he was doing and he told them what they was doing and they agreed upon it, okay? He didn't sit up there and make a fruit punch. Put cyanide poison in it and ain't told nobody shit. To collect their monies. Could it be that what is expected of you is good for you? Be on time for the ritual. So we all about to be getting woke up. Because some of y'all showing interest. Oh yeah, these days about to be over for some of y'all. Because y'all show interest. And they be trying to see. I'm trying to tell you, you got to look into your last name. Look into yourself. And see, is your name about to be one of the names that's obliterated about this motherfucker? For real, it don't matter what the fuck it is. No, 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 no. This is sticking out. We gotta see what's up with this 2 of 6. Cause honey, they about to be. It's like fading away, and nobody is. And if your ass fade away, I mean, where you going? That's why he's asking these very important questions. Do you see the value in your cultural heritage? Because if not, you're going to fade to black. Fuck you was black at one time. Ain't nobody going to know you. Because you kept ignoring the call that he's saying right here. It might be in your best interest to follow the rules at this time. Everyone is a disciple of something, but true discipline is rare. Are you sure you understand the fine print? Could it be that what is expected of you is good for you? You know? Not even so much God give his hardest battle to his hardest soldiers or whatever we come up with. No, 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 no. Could it be that what is expected of you is good for you? If you do this, this is the result. This is the reward. This may be temporary for some of y'all. You see what I'm saying? Where somebody is waiting on y'all to get to it to cut the check. Because it may be only, you can have motherfucking, goddamn, I'm trying to tell y'all, you can have 1,000 people in your family and it only be 2 that's righteous. Because everybody keeps putting it off until that particular family or lineage dies off completely. No more to be known as these or whoever on the earth. Ain't no property nowhere. You ain't got shit. You didn't work to maintain it. You didn't fight for nothing. You didn't go through nothing to ascertain something. You just thought you had to get a degree, get some money, and then you was going to get a bedroom set in the house and be cool. Okay, it take more than that. You doing Thanksgiving now. Okay, it may be my last time. Kind of shit. Let's see about these 2 of 6 after I finish what I'm talking about. Be on time for the ritual. Get back in line. Teamwork makes the dream work. Follow the leader. Simon says. So some of y'all thinking about leaving the religion. I don't think that's a good idea. I'm trying to tell you. I saw church girls going crazy trying to go spiritual. They was shutting their channels down left and right. Because they saw the money angle for the tarot. However, they wasn't able to cope. They got the fuck out of there. Oh no, this ain't this. Keep me up all night just channeling spirits. Are they holy? Are they this? Are they that? And that's when somebody said, now get back in line. Which would be get back in church. And stop all this. How about you spiritual now? You hear what I'm saying? It ain't for everybody. Somebody thinking about leaving an organization. And it's just not a good look for you. I'm trying to tell you. Did you read the fine print? You going somewhere else? Did you read the fine print there? Why you about to stand off on the dotted line to be with these people? With all these motherfucking weird ass contracts they be talking about in the tarot community that people get themselves into? Honey, and fade your ass to motherfucking black bitch. You hear me? Y'all in some deep-rooted stuff if y'all in Kojic. Y'all do know that, right? Oh, yeah, y'all in some real deep-rooted stuff. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Be on time for the ritual. Some of y'all in the Masons, y'all might as well go ahead and go back. Y'all might as well. I heard Pimp C Cousin said he was almost done with him. They was doing unethical things or somebody. He might as well go back. Oh, they about to smack him back, right back in line. Pimp C Cousin. With Edgar. Edgar on the boat. You know, he talked about in the song Edgar that on the boat. Edgar about to get his ass back in the Masons. Where you going? Kind of shit, especially when you done gave your time to it, and it's like, shit happens. We at the goddamn zenith of evil on the earth. So the shit you seeing coming out of people, hey, listen, what you think this is? This ain't heavenly realms, Edgar, just because you on the boat. Image. The man in the car depicts Dr. Sandy Jenkins. Some of y'all may have a last name Jenkins. The root worker who gave Frederick Douglass a root to protect him from being abused by sadistic overseer. Douglass was never bothered by the man again. Here, Sandy is shown gazing out at the St. Miles River in Maryland. How sad is that shit? That he was able to keep us a star like Frederick Douglass just by giving him some root work to get rid of a sadistic overseer. And he could be somewhere a Jenkins, literally like this, about to fade to black because none of the Jenkins want to pick up the mantle, give him offering, don't even know he did that, ain't did no work, don't give a fuck, thinking about right here, right now. Do you hear what the fuck I'm saying? That's some sad ass motherfucking shit. And then people wonder why, how the fuck, what the fuck you mean, bitch? How I come up with all this? Because there's so many of these. There were great people that did a great work and their family ain't doing shit and my last name ain't Jenkins. Where the fuck are Jenkins at then? Why you questioning me? Positive partnerships, planning for the future, speaking your mind, progress, new inventions, ambitions, being unafraid to go against the grain, deciding to travel or move overseas, and power to persuade and influence people. Now that's my grandfather up there. See, that's how that works. My grandfather was that type of man. He is Sagittarius. He lucky by nature and Irish, honey, please. My grandmother, Native American. He would take this man because they somehow find their way around here and had conversations. Oh, you wrote a letter for Frederick Douglass. And I said, oh, okay, come over here. We got food over here. That's how my grandfather clawed right here on this wall. And just keep getting all of every. I ain't got to be a Jenkins to get somebody. Do you hear me? And just, honey, fall into a blessing like me fall off a bone out of pull out a crock pot, bitch. After every day, all day at church, and it's been in there. Just fall into blessings. Because motherfuckers be, honey, let me tell you something. Did giveaways. I keep saying they everywhere. Y'all don't hear me though? Y'all do not hear me though. My father was raised in a mansion. He had his family in a mansion doing a cropping like they were slaves. And say, get down there, y'all. They was all his children. He would play like he was the slave master, they was the slave. It was lighthearted. You know what I'm saying? He on the horse. Put that corn down there. Get that cotton. They laughing. Kind of shit. However, getting it done. It's just they laying, getting their food, right? So my father didn't grow up like my mother. My mother grew up shanty town. You know what I'm saying? Straight from yard. You know what I'm talking about? My father going to a shanty town after leaving his grandfather's mansion. Kind of crazy. See how you get dismantled? I'm trying to tell you. And it don't be having nothing to do sometimes with the parents of the child that didn't come from the richest part of town, kind of shit. It's some messy motherfuckers they done had. Basket cases. 6 of baskets. 3 of baskets. This remind me when Auntie Maya was talking to Tupac on that movie. When they started talking, he learned something, didn't he? However, he was not a part of that family. He was showing y'all how they do. How they do. 5 of coins. Yeah. Oh my God. 6 of knives. Moving on, honey. People moving on from that broke shit. Ain't nobody about to be doing that. Not working like a dog too. Oh no, you got me fucked up. No. We'll see. You know, people be acting like they the biggest, the baddest witch. We'll see, honey. Well, you see, whatever you say, bitch. Six, a basket, sugar cane. A little boy and a little girl are standing in a lush sugar cane field in South Carolina. Some of y'all may have roots in South Carolina. The little boy offers his crush a basket full of rice and with bits of sugar cane on top to win her over. There's an old saying down south: if you can't afford to give a gal jewels, give her sweets so she'll be sweet on you. Oh, they had them doing love spells early. Positive. Positive. Rekindling an old flame, getting back together. Okay, that's reconciliation for y'all in twin flame separation. A clear conscience, restored harmony, indulging in play, reflecting on the good old days, growing up, happy childhood memories, and people who have made their peace with the past. So that's people that don't got no problem with you, ain't want to hurt you, maybe victimized just like you are. You know, sometimes you got to work together with who you got left in your household or in your family. You know, you got to work with what you got. Either you want it to last or you don't. Bishop C.H. Mason done asked y'all the question: do you care about your heritage or don't you? Be on time. Get back in line. Be ready for ritual. That's like be ready for praise and worship kind of situation. For all of y'all trying to cheat on y'all church. This how some people in y'all church behave. Y'all need to kick them out. Girl, get the fuck out. If you don't want to be here, bitch. Because people that do want to be there leaving because the bitch is like this and you're just letting it be. Kick the bitch out. What's she gonna do? Honey, let me tell you something. I grew up in a Baptist church. This lady came in our church one time talking about, honey, baby, don't think my pastor did not remove her ass. You got to get up out of here. She was old. It didn't matter where you come from. You ain't got no interpreter in here. You got to get out of here. The doors to the church is open, yeah. However, where's your interpreter, lady? You just coming here talking mambo jumbo. You could be putting something on all of us. This lady, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know the funny girl that play Charlene. She funny as fuck. She act like she in Kojic Church. She funny as fuck. She be telling jokes. She funny. She do tours everywhere. She be getting y'all to fuck together. It's Charlene. I think that's her name. She showed this lady on her page shooting like this. Like this. Turned around and started shooting the congregation like she had an automatic weapon in her hand. I said, oh, she would have been removed out of my church. Because what you doing that for? You got sons that's shooters? You want this bitch to get shot up? Are you a prophet that's telling us that kind of shit is about to go down? She definitely would have been getting a tap on the shoulder from the ushers to tell her that pastor wanted to talk to her after service. Because we would have been having a whole conversation about that. Why you act like you shooting the whole congregation? What's that about? You hear me? They be letting them do any damn thing. Laughing. Ain't shit funny. Get her out of here kind of situation. 3 generations of Gullah Geechee women enjoy each other's company as they weave sweetgrass baskets. Sweetgrass is most often used as an incense to purify and consecrate, but it is also used as a medicinal herb to cure throat inflammation or to add flavor to food and drinks. Some of y'all may want to get into some of that sweetgrass. Parties, reunion, good fortune, hobbies, plenty renewed health, collaboration, spending time with friends, and team players. Oh, there we go again with the team players. 5 of coins. Yeah, especially when they don't even be giving no offerings or nothing like that to their ancestors, to the church. Now, honey, no. Honey, no. I mean, go to the store, go wherever. Got the whole place smelling like Popeye's chicken because they got some in their coat pocket eating it and they bit more paying attention to no bishop, no where kind of motherfuckers. Oh, I know. I done seen it all. You got to get up out of here. Flat out. This is not that. We having chicken after church. You couldn't wait? Kind of shit. Be all kind of willy-nilly in God's house and be acting like you talking crazy because you talking sense. Bitch, I know you lying. Yeah, these. But look what it rules, y'all. Look what homegirl rules, the 4-leaf clover. Y'all, these people good luck charm or some shit. Could have been chipping y'all off people that all cousins that hung together. All cousins that had pretty babies. Or the light skin versus the dark skin. They said, what the fuck? getting cut off financially. Yeah. Meaning charitable giving, generosity, debt. Oh, I read this trifling shit. I don't want to read it again. However, it's a bitch to say you know, the itchy left palm holds a lucky $2 bill. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather said a Sagittarius holds $100 bill in his right hand. What does that have to do? Got a situation. It's real talk, though. You watch your motherfucking mind. And then that shit just spreads. And it could possibly start working just like the four-leaf clover becoming popular, just like the money plant becoming popular. However, they'll take that shit and say, because you walked in and they left palm star itching, you the one on the list to be the next one to get killed for the life insurance money. How lucky aren't you? Kind of shit. Crazy as fuck. 5 of coins. The Nettos. Somebody last name Nettos. I'm trying to tell you, some of y'all gonna end up y'all gonna have to carry it, or you ain't gonna have a last name. Ain't gonna have shit to come back to if you ever decided to come to Earth again. Since y'all act like y'all ain't never died before, and this was y'all first time at the rodeo. Steadily having deja vus, steadily asking, do I know you from somewhere? Steadily being triggered by all kind of goddamn locations and plants and sounds and all kind of shit. A root worker from Missouri named Sam Nightingale is shown giving 2 down and out people a spiritual cleansing with herbs and rum. Sam was originally from Guinea and was well loved and respected as a storyteller and conjurer in Missouri. Okay, so he just popped up in Missouri and he's from Guinea. Okay, that's kind of crazy. That kind of stuff be happening in America. They be having people pop up from all kind of countries because something be off over here. And they just be, shit, pop up and start dancing, be here just to dance and shit. And head back out. Literally walk from these places. A man walked from Jamaica to America just because he was trying to balance this motherfucker out, y'all. They had to put him in the hospital for over a year because he didn't have nowhere to go. They didn't know what to do with him when they really should have let him do his thing and get to walking wherever he was. More than likely was going to go back to Jamaica, bro. Like, what you mean hold him because he's not a citizen here and he just appeared here? Okay, well, he's like a mystic. He came to do something to this imbalanced ass feeling. And when he ready to go and his job is done, he gonna know when, bitch. He older than your ass. Another brother Moses, bitch. Don't hold him and detain him like he one of your goddamn PPO customers on Medicaid. I mean, you would think after all the Native American shamanism, they still clueless. Because they say this will lead to more. Yeah, it will. However, do you know the difference between somebody swindling you and somebody who really just here to dance because this motherfucker fucked up and we need him? Kind of shit. Hard times coming to an end. A new job after prolonged unemployment. Renewed faith. Recovery from financial ruin. Improved luck. Feeling welcome. Rehabilitation. Debt repayment and a light at the end of the tunnel. Some of these people, because they cause y'all divine masculine. Some of y'all divine masculine lost their job, unemployment, homeless. Talk about recession. Bullshit. Worry. Failure to seek spiritual guidance. Being stubborn. Ego driven. Don't want no help. Do it myself. Kind of situation. Facing hella adversities. Miserable as fuck without some of y'all. In despair. Feeling disgraced. Hella misfortune and loss. Ain't never seen no shit. Would think you was the bad luck and not the 4-leaf clover, which is a total fucking lie. However, they love for you to fall for the little weird ass scripts they set. Disappointment, miserable luck, being down and out, isolated, lack of faith, and ill health. I guess so. When you got this kind of weird ass energy doing bets and shit, and some more shit dealing with karmics, bro. Six of Knives. Then we getting the fuck out of here because I can't take it. They was dealing with these kind of bitches on the karmic side, and then people within y'all family, maybe their family. I'm picking up a lot of divine femme family though, messy than a motherfucker. With a bare shoe, you will be feeling disgraced. You kind of shit, and then some of them got some shit too. But they shouldn't be feeling disgraced. They should feel nothing. Which is some of them now not feeling nothing. That's why they came up upright and not in reverse. At first, they was feeling like a motherfucking castaway, like they walked here somewhere from fucking Zimbabwe, like they wasn't even a motherfucking citizen or whatever country. You hear me? Casted out, honey, like Jonah was cast out of the belly of the whale. Do you hear me? Said it was a big fish. Oh, whatever. According to the short version of the legend, John the Conqueror was an African prince who was captured and enslaved in America. The prince managed to escape and sailed back to Africa. Oh, really? Good job, Prince. Leaving his power behind in the form of John the Conqueror wrote. I made some of that off of Basquiat. John, his name spelled it his way. The Conqueror, they stole it from me. They're going to be getting sold. Whoever doing this shit to me, it don't even matter if it's in my family. See, they never really met my grandfather for real. They don't commune with ancestors for real. Kind of spooky. And don't really know what it's about. Watch your mouth kind of shit. Some of them do, but it ain't as deep as they would like to be with that shit. Play with it on the money side. May do a little shit like the ladies with the fake rings on from Winkleman's back in the day. Or Ashley Stewart. They just rotted out and they need to go get some more. Them motherfuckers, they don't want to be bothered with that. So they ain't taking it there, but they will do the games of chance and shit with the money magic, sex magic, all kind of shit like that. Getting real deep in there where you a target and you might fuck around and get took out. You gotta fuck with ancestors for real. I know my grandfather. When I see him, my great grandmother, I don't gotta see much. All I gotta do is look and be like gangster. That's it. Shit, I could just say he always said I was his favorite since the time I started communing with him. So, I mean, if I got him and Allah, I mean, shit. I got all these other people just because people don't fuck with their people. Okay? So, even people in my family on my father's side, my siblings, all that shit, they don't know him. And my father and his siblings, they don't talk about him. Only way they talk about him is in the highest manner, like daddy, like they little children. So clearly he was a good man. Okay. So you doing a lot to not really know your grandfather kind of shit. And then I showed my niece, she came over and I said, "There's your grandfather." She was like, "Oh, your father's father?" Like she wasn't related to him. As beautiful as he is. I'm like, girl, you really, you something else, huh? Oh, yeah. What is it? Oh, yeah, he cute. Kind of shit. However, this is what happens in certain religions, such as Islam, that takes everything like it's haram. That is 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 the jinn. That is haram. That's the ayin. That's the ayin. Wallahi. That's the ayin. Da, 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 da. They spooky as fuck. They fear everything sometimes. And not Allah. When I tell you I be annoyed as fuck, which is where my grandfather is with it, that's when they'll start learning a lot in a multifaceted way that they couldn't see him in because they had him in the box. Who fault is that? You and of yourself did create nothing on your body even. Yeah, you was pregnant with somebody and had them. Who created you? Where did it start, bitch? You did not make the first toenail. You did not make the first, I ain't talking acrylic, bitch. Gel nails. No. Ain't nothing like God made, bitch. Motherfuckers done lost their artificial mind, which may be a good thing. Thank God for me being able to ignore a lot of ignorance. And I do thank America for the language English that would put the word ignore in ignorance. So you would keep being reminded to ignore that bullshit that you see as blatant fucking ignorance. Like, what? And then they be wondering. Literally, sometimes wandering. Like, oh, this is bad. This is really, really bad. Just touching my stuff, lying on me, doing all kind of shit, into all kind of shit. And don't never consider that somebody is literally doing all of the work and you want credit for the work you do at your job where you punch the clock at. What? Two different things. You can get the benefit of both and get validation for both. I guess if you bring your sticker to be validated kind of shit. My grandfather said when he saw that my father was having a Virgo, it's kind of like him seeing that he was about to have another Virgo. Nine of Swords action. Like up, like in the bed, like holding his head kind of shit. Because of how they do Virgos. It's always a crucifixion. You know, like I'm sending you out to be literally slaughtered. This is crazy. So clearly some parents and some ancestors, y'all may not know if you're a Virgo, they went through, they like, please go Leo. Please go Leo. Please God, go Leo. Because what they see people doing to you. Even within your own family, basket cases. Ain't confused about what's right and what's wrong. It's very clear who started it, kind of shit, and who keeps on poking the bear. Leaving your troubles behind, moving on, going with the flow, accepting change, a new attitude, patting the bell, get on it, travel, distant learning, letting go of people, beliefs, situations you've outgrown, travelers, rites of passage, a much needed change in atmosphere, and relief. I know my grandfather screaming that from the rooftop to America. He just moved a certain type of way. And you do not be knowing when they gonna move. They be moving so smooth, honey, like fucking cognac, bitch. The best brand, bitch. You do not be knowing when they gonna strike. Like a cobra, you hear me? You don't know. You just be going through life. And you don't really even... I stay connected so much to my ancestors. However, everybody is an individual soul. So it's kind of like how it would be if they were here in the physical reality, because they are here. Some people can see them, some people cannot. It's not hard. However, communing with them, getting that vibe around your atmosphere, in your everything, it's important for me, because I got more help on that side than I do on the physical side with a whole goddamn national reserve in a motherfucking country. This is real talk, and this is how much shit be coming at me too. And sometimes you will forget that they around, or you will think they played you. No, they just be trying to see how far motherfuckers is going to go. Even within your own family. They listening to conversations, whatever. My brother called me, tell me one of my sisters had a stroke. I'm like, maybe daddy gave it to her, because my father ain't no joke either. And that's his father. I'm like, he'll pass out strokes in a minute. Especially if you getting like low-key docile, where you got some go in you and you trying to act like you just was born to be nobody and nothing, and he know who he is and what he contributed to the earth, and he know you lying kind of shit. No, you ain't one of them basket cases. However, I'm about to make you look like one, because I'm about to stroke your ass out. That's the kind of bloodline I come from. Y'all may too. I just gave a warning about strokes. in In the second group's reading. Shit. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. I know y'all can do it. Y'all must all think ahead. Let me get y'all the Oracle message and I'm going to get out of here for real. I live like I don't do no work. I live like I ain't never had a job. Like I grew up a hood rat, skunky ass bitch. And I know that is a lie. And that's how I'm living right now. Ain't my life, ain't my story, ain't got shit to do with me. However, it's a lot of meddling motherfuckers. Everywhere's. Lying on me. I ain't never seen them before. And if I did, it's been over and they don't know how the fuck to go the fuck head on. Got a whole family, a whole situation that they need to be concerning themselves with. Like, the way people try to make you important when you really ain't. And they'll say that you ain't. And you like, bitch, I know. So what are we doing here? Do y'all know how many times I done got in that kind of motherfucking debate with a motherfucker, but not really? Like, literally end up right there at that crossroad. Yeah, I'm saying, though, I know I ain't that important. So what you saying all that for? You saying I ain't that important. I know that. So what the fuck you here for? What are you following me for? Why are you inquiring or why are you doing any of that shit? I understand that I ain't. Do you, motherfucker? Because you steadily saying I ain't. Bitch, show me I ain't by leaving me the fuck alone. The fuck? You think you all that same stupid ass, dumb, slave ass fucking shit. Shut the fuck up. And new words. Get a dictionary. Start off like Uncle Malcolm in the penitentiary, bitch. Now he one of the greatest motherfuckers of all times to be known in this world, bitch. So don't come talking about what you can't achieve. Achieve balls. Some of y'all trying to get out of church. I know you lying. Jesus took about won't find the heart sacred as man. Wanna be a wayfarer, looking like my dude that gave Uncle Frederick Douglass the remedy. I'm trying to tell you the truth. May Allah bless the creator of that deck, honey, because that motherfucker did her thing, and I know she suffered long to push out that baby, honey. It'd be a whole situation. Talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. All right, y'all, in that courting process, break them generational curses so y'all can get what y'all need to get. Some of them got y'all divine masculine fucked up. Some people paved the way so that people could just walk up the road. I know I paved the way. My family don't know. They treat me like I ain't shit. And who she thinks she is. And they'll be done met they twin. And let me tell you, my mother dirty. My mother will break them up just because they'll keep treating me like shit. And she know I did the work in order for them to make the connection and not have to deal with a separation like I still got to deal with right here, right now. Make them, she do it all over the family because it's a lot of niggas. She find niggas twins and throw her. Here you go, right here. Let them treat me bad. She gonna break that shit up. That's how my mother works. Okay? Y'all got a lot of them kind of ancestors. Why y'all sitting up here giving Archangel Michael all the praise like he's Allah God? I know you're lying. Can Unc get some? Look at Unc come up with it. We wouldn't even have Frederick Douglass to tell us nothing, to leave nothing to what black people like have us looking good, even kind shit. If it wasn't for Unc right there, I be telling people, y'all be dead giveaways. People that will go hard for you because they damn near going extinct. And people just be like, oh, okay. Just like, man, stop talking to me. Stop talking to me because you ain't for real with it. You're looking for a college degree to get you everything you need. That's not magic. It's a start and it's not magic. It's a good foundation to start some magic, motherfucker, but it is not magic. the pack. Inner work, deep connection, soul tribe. I'm trying to tell you that's how I be with my ancestors. Honey, please. They can say what they want to. Prosperity, wealth, contentment, and abundance. I'm trying to tell y'all. Mm-hmm. And they be trying to figure out who they gonna keep and who can they because it'll make your I mean, depending on who acting like you owe them something, ain't did no work, sense of entitlement, don't even have gratitude for the work that was done, the pain that was inflicted on people, what the shit they had to go through, all kind of shit, being thrown up in Scooby-Doo vans, don't even know what the fuck this is, kind of shit. Gotta go to this church and study issue and how this is going with this and seeing that they do this to this man. And I just watched it over here. Gotta roll over here and go get this man this stone so that they won't kill him because he did a good work and he may be able to get, because he worked for a car dealership or something, he may be able to get my family cars. Run over here and go deal with this over here. These motherfuckers don't know what the fuck I be out here doing. They be on some other shit and causing more problems than any motherfucking thing. So it becomes a process of elimination, like Beyonce say. Slay, bitch, or you get eliminated. Because where there is no mouth to feed, there's more money to put there, bitch. What do you think this is? Work for you and fuck me. I don't have low self-esteem. I don't have low self-worth. Who the fuck are you? Why don't you do some work around here? At least show gratitude for the motherfuckers that put in the work for you to be able to live and live more abundantly, kind of shit. You saying, who the fuck raised these motherfuckers? I would rather be raised by wolves. You hear me? For real. He was saying, yeah, cute, but not that cute. Kind of shit. That's my grandfather Claude up there. Cute, not that cute. I don't see what he sees in her. Kind of shit. These kids don't know shit. They don't give a fuck about nothing but they pussy, they dick, they fucking outfits, and they food source. And they act like they doing you a favor if they can keep a job. And then wonder why. They get their ass whooped and motherfuckers just sit back and spectate. Specters, discernment, critical thinking, insight. I'm trying to tell you, ain't nobody gotta really come for you or fuck with you when you really ain't. You alright. However, there's 7 billion motherfuckers on the planet and motherfuckers got hella gifts. And ancestors making hella connections with people that got left in the dust by their own goddamn family obliterated. Because motherfuckers didn't want to take up their mantle or motherfuckers just wanted to grab a plate and not even say thank you for the bitch. And the people that's doing the work don't want none of that shit. Just to be left the fuck alone to do what they do or to enjoy the fruits of their labor. And if you could be kind, that would be great. Instead of always trying to make the motherfucker that got all the pressure on their back seem unkind. Well, motherfucker, if you kept pressure on you, man, you niggas don't know pressure, for real. Too comfortable. Beloved, love, reciprocity, intertwinement. Basically, that's all ancestors talking about. They call themselves the Grateful Dead. Why motherfuckers act like they ain't died before? That shit be like, what? Do I even want to be bothered with this stupid motherfucker with no common sense? Cute, I'll pass. Kind of shit. It really becomes a who do you think you are situation when Allah, God, allows ancestors to do their thing and he ain't about to babysit you or nothing. Oh, no. They move how they want to move. Allah need all the help. For real. When you a real live gangster, it's always more than anything else. Always or more than anything else, stay out of God's face and help him out. Not stay begging. These motherfuckers running y'all out of y'all churches and y'all thinking about quitting y'all churches. Did y'all feel like y'all got a gift to serve in the churches? Y'all ready to lead them because some bitches want to just be disrespectful and hecklers in the crowd, and you ain't grabbed this bitch by the neck and threw her up out of there. Who's she calling? Because the police got a warrant for them type of motherfuckers more than likely. Or they ain't worth their weight in gold, just sitting up there being demonic as hell and can't even get 10% of what they don't earn, but can get 10% to Popeyes on what they don't earn, bitch. If you could buy a biscuit and all that shit to come sit your fat ass on this pew, then your ass can get 10% of whatever the fuck you got in your pocket that you just gave to Popeyes, bitch. We said chicken after service. You could have saved your money and put it in the offering plate while you trying to be funny, you fucking demon. Get the fuck out of here. And it be really that simple. But you're saying that it is that simple. However, you're saying that you fear God, though. No, you don't. You fear old girl, sister, nobody. Sorcerer. Ambition, willpower, creation, basically. That's what it's going to take for some of y'all to get your houses in order, because you keep trying to find you connected to something higher than yourself. Some people want to say they ain't in no organization. You shit. I'm glad I joined the nation. The nation ain't no joke. That motherfucker is something like the Marine Corps. However, you still got to deal with your ancestors. You still is somewhat a part of a fucking organization. Get back in line. You owe somebody some money kind of situation. So when you take your ass out here on some he flying me out and you got a twin that's linked to something that your ancestors is trying to get looked at and handle, and you skipping over here to old buddy who ain't really on target with where they trying to go with this or where the roots is at, then there's somebody that just got to keep snatching you back. Are you worth them and keep having to do that? If you don't even feed them, you don't commune with them, you don't do shit. Barely. It came out right here. Love, reciprocity, intertwinement. You can't get out of shit unless it's a blood, it be blood in, blood out situation. So just because you ain't a part of no church or no organization or no Masons or no secret societies or whatever, you still dealing with your ancestors. To me, joining certain secret organizations or they're called organizations for a reason. To ancestors, if it's a integrable organization where they have integrity in that organization, your ancestors are going to see it as you making great alliances. You know, it's just an extra layer to show them that you really care enough about your life to join on to something, to learn more about who you are, to get more in line with your values and your morals, to get more in line with where they wanted to go. Do you know how disappointing it is to watch your ancestors see somebody do that and then fall by the wayside and say, they ain't doing that no more because they let somebody get in their ear and tell them this person is this and that and don't follow them. Then the next thing you know, you back on a bar stool talking that bullshit, getting them no motherfucking where. Damn, at least you had joined the Masons. Damn, at least you had joined the Nation. Damn, at least you had joined whatever, Boys and Girls Club. Something, motherfucker. Rather than going back, that ain't getting us nowhere. The pack, I'm trying to tell you. Inner work, deep connections, soul tribe. Yeah, it's a soul thing. It's a soul thing too. Yeah, something happened to me with my grandfather here on the wall, my African grandfather, and a bunch of other heavy hitters. And it was like, whoa, like this is deep, you know? Not really scared. It's just that you don't know how far something could go if nobody ever took it where you took it. You see, You never know how far something can go if nobody ever took it where you were willing to take it. Willpower, ambition, creation. Then you just know when you know. You know? It's not about, well, what happened at 4:30 on Wednesday? Kind of shit. Like, no, it's not a scheduled thing. There you go, going back to that work clock, that clock in. That's not that. That's something different. Do you want credit for the good work you're doing or not? I'm feeling Bishop Basic coming through. Okay. Trinity, balancing decisions, priorities, adapting to change. Because these is the people in some of y'all churches. This got y'all dead. And they just collecting. How bad do you want it, It's like people think magic looks a certain type of way when you are the magic. You really are. I like looking at people's tarot channels because I love to see how different everybody is. Some people are Christian. Some people just say they're highly spiritual. Some people, it's not too many Muslims. However, people do their thing how they do their thing. That wasn't talking about that in there. When it says it's really not time for you to do you, it's always time for you to do you. However, you can't get away from whatever you think you can get away from. Whether it's the church, whether it's your ancestors, whether it's organizations, whether it's the dark witches within your family, you got to do the work. There's nowhere to go. And you need to be doing you. You need this right here. That willpower, that creativity, that drive, working your face muscle, working your soul salvation, working it out. Like Jesus had to work his out. Peacefulness, receptiveness, manifestation, stoicism. Yeah, y'all all wrapped up in it, boy. Some people are more peaceful because it's not as you go spooky minded and think somebody's a devil worshiper. See, like I'm sitting here all day like this. Come to me, grandfather. I want the knife. Give me the knife, please. Like, what? You sound crazy as fuck. No, I'm not. That's your mind telling you I'm doing that. So who's crazy? Me or you? Meadow, success, blessings, positivity. People are so scary. They be thinking you doing all kind of stuff, and you do not be paying them no attention. You be like this. Who feel me out there with your ancestors, honey? Let me tell you something, girl. I don't know, honey. My ancestors want a fucking chicken sandwich from Wendy's, bitch. I don't even do this. Man, your business, bitch. Give me something to do. Fuck out of here. Kind of shit. Like, what? Stop with the linear thinking, the programming. You're trying to use a carnal mind to understand spiritual things. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Sage, harmony, acceptance, and patience. Yeah. Yup. Some people, yeah. Harmony, acceptance, and patience. This is required. It depends on where you're at. Some of y'all be on about y'all business, boys. Accepted the mantle. Took it, honey, listen, another brother Moses. Get that staff in your hand ready. You hear me? Because, honey, baby, ain't nothing to it but to do it, is it? I'm trying to tell you. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Nothing, honey. You be sitting there while they talking. You be steadily walking. While they dying, you be steadily regenerating. Ancestors, you gotta earn the trust. Trust is not given. Trust is earned. And with ancestors, even if I was my grandfather and I am my grandfather's favorite, out of however many it is, it doesn't fucking matter. On the grandchild side, I'm his favorite. Nothing they can do about it. Nothing. Okay? I'm the type, I don't give a damn who says who is whose favorite. So clearly I'm a lot like them kind of shit. However, you still got to earn trust. Because people be, man, let me tell you something. Giving their word every 5 minutes and ain't been more keeping it. All over the motherfucking place. They not about to be dealing with your ass. You gonna get eliminated. And motherfuckers is dying out in this bitch. Because Ancestors is tired of covering for you, coming to you, when you acting like they not even there, crying about grandmama, and here she come, and yet you ain't got nothing for her, no coffee, no tea, no goddamn biscuit, no goddamn cookies, nothing. Who is you? They gonna show you how much you need them, and they just gonna leave. And then you gonna go doing your little la-di-da thing in church and this and that. They all work together. Jesus works with them too, honey. What you think the ascended masters is? Do you think my grandfather Claude ain't considered an ascended master? If you think he's not, then you don't know your own family that well. And you should really take a good look and stop demoting people and putting Archangel Michael in the fucking viral videos category kind of shit. Your uncle been helping your motherfucking ass. He just looking for the acknowledgement because it ain't nobody else to help him. Kind of situation some of y'all in. Got one uncle that been running the ball for your ass, and you will be sitting up here giving the credit to Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel and all of this. And it's your Uncle Peter. It's your Uncle Billy Bob. It's your uncle because he's the last of the dying breed kind of shit. Praying that you make the connection, knowing damn well, however, it was a good try. I was glad I could help him or her out. We're going to go ahead and die off, I guess, because it's just not making a connection. Kind of shit, because you want to keep talking to Jesus, who is talking to your Uncle Billy Bob about your fucking ass. They don't want to acknowledge the work that he's doing that could possibly be greater than the work that Jesus could do for you if he wasn't so fucking popular. Surrender. Letting go. Trust. Expansion. Just trying to tell you. Cage. Freedom. Release. Reclaiming power. When you an asset, they cage you in. You be thinking isolation. Is you doing it? Sometimes your ancestors doing it along with your divine masculine. If alignment is there, the least where you go right with ancestors, even if you don't do the most for them and you don't even know what to do, you just learning. All you know about is the cross. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I really, really do. When it's like that, you are a better asset to them when you don't move. And you could possibly be a sage. When you're in tune enough with God and energy and spirits and demonic ones and the shit that's going on, and you feel it, and you're like, I'm not going to no nightclub, y'all. I'm staying still. Something going on. Oh no, I'm going to work and going straight home. I'm going to get my kids. The least work you give them to do, seeing that you're not doing anything for them, you're a better asset than somebody who's running around every fucking where, catching flights, fucking all kind of different niggas, doing all kind of different shit, and may not even be worth their weight in gold with what they could contribute, because all they do is work at the bank or some shit. It ain't their ancestors' bank. Do you see what 9 to 5s don't really motherfucking matter? Rider, movement, quick decisions, progress. Yeah. Everybody ain't a Buffalo Soldier. I am. Honey baby. Don't even look my way to follow anything No. We here for magical tips, generational curse breaking. Can I tell you some stuff that you can do? You don't want to follow me. No. You don't want to follow me. Some people follow my cadence. Some men do. And do good with it. So it's not really for women. It really ain't, y'all. Because I really went football player. Like, really told somebody, I joined the nation. And you can't touch this stuff. You can't touch astrology, none of that. It's against the restrictive laws. So you go by what they ask you to do until you're able to finish your process and graduate, and you're a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? You're sovereign. You've shown yourself approved. So doing for self is definitely always at the forefront of the agenda in the Nation of Islam. So doing for self is what doing for self is. And I always had a nation in mind, so I'm not going to do anything that's, ungodlike, because Allah is all. And if you don't understand it, then, I mean, what's the whole point of being a part of an organization that tells you to rise above your emotions into the thinking of God? Okay, that's what I did, and that's what I come up with. Okay, that's simple with that. However, when I told my brother I was going to get into this kind of stuff, so I'm going on. I'm about to go. I literally, if somebody would have, really, if it was in a movie, somebody would have passed, he would have did it. He would have passed me a football helmet. Because I'm talking about ignorant, stupid. So do not, you fuck around and die and never live again doing any of the shit that I was able to do, did do, sat through, seen the game that's being played, able to be an observer and a watcher, able to put distance between myself, able to jump out of my body. All this shit, man. You ain't gotta go there, you know what I'm saying? You can still be a writer. A writer is somebody that keeps up with the offerings. A writer is somebody that keeps fresh flowers on your ancestors' altars. A writer is somebody that makes sure they keep a peaceful environment so that if they did want to commune with you, or they wanted to just stay there and bring a peaceful energy to your home where you may be stressed and full of anxiety coming off of work or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You could be considered a writer because it's a peaceful environment for them to come to help you. It's a reciprocal thing. It's just some writers are a little bit crazier than others. Some writers are required to do more than others based on how many people aren't doing shit. How many people are coming against them that don't even know why they're doing that. And some more shit, okay? Definitely got to do with the age you in, the time, the years, what's going on. It's so many factors, y'all. However, I don't want you to get overwhelmed with my way of doing what I did. No. You just gonna be a writer how you be a writer. And still be considered a writer where you ain't capping, like you saying you got shot and didn't. Come on. But you can still be, official saying I'm a writer because I make sure I don't be all over the place. My ancestors ain't got to be going on doing all that. I make sure my ancestors keep fresh flowers. I make sure, and then when you're consistent, this is how trinities happen. This is that, let this mind be in you that's also in whoever, your grandmother, whoever was a beautiful person that you know that. You know what I'm saying? That's when you get integration. That's when you get more intertwinement because they seeing, which gives them a peace of mind. That's sanity. Some people pass over into, I'm talking schizo, crazy. Then all is lost. They say when you bury an elder or bury a person, you bury in the library. If that person checks out and they ain't in their right mind, everything that they knew, you ain't about to know shit. Because they got to figure out what the fuck that is and get out of that. And this shit crazy as fuck. So when you find any cohesion or any type of, this is how I attract so many different iconic energies like Tina Turner's, Ike Turner's, Tupac's, shit like that, because I do crazy shit. Did they be like, no, she ain't about to do that shit, is she? Now, if Tupac be laughing at me, because he know how I work and y'all know how crazy he was. He's like, no, this little homie, this little thug life, honey, touch one of mine or everything I own, I will destroy everything you touch. Play the game, nigga. You hear me? So I be doing shit that, and the shit that I was doing before I got my grandfather's soul for real, where he like poured himself, that one, what I just said, let this mind be in you kind of situation. He hadn't visited me in that way when I had did some of the stuff that I did. He's something else. Yeah, it's like with anybody, even with your divine masculine. I mean, I could sit up here and say all this good stuff about you and all that. You could be my favorite guy, all that. However, if you not reciprocating that with me, I'm a fool. So I had my grandfather picture there. However, I dealt with my father first because I met him in person. So I was making him coffee constantly, building that up to let him know. I don't give a damn how many of them it is. I'm not doing this to prove nothing, Virgo, and you know that. So when they died, him and my grandmother, my mother's parents, they died 3 days apart. He sent me immediately that they was in the 50s dancing. He didn't even send a dream to my mother. She was low-key salty. And I'm like, well, what? He just know I'm real. Like, what's wrong? Virgo, you mad? Pisces? Kind of shit. So I got my father I'm dealing with. So my grandfather feeling some kind of way. More than likely, he'd be at my mother and them old house trying to get a feel for what's the story, like what's people's story, individual grandchildren. Because that one that's my favorite seems a little busy. Even though he know, oh, it's on and popping. He just trying to figure out, how do I work while I'm working? Oh, I'm about to bring it back one time, bro. It be the little stuff. It be what you do when nobody's looking, first of all. This is my mother's father's energy of the owl. Wisdom, independent thinking, enlightenment. It be like, if somebody could watch you, if your divine masculine could watch you for real, when you missing him, where he could see the real, not REEL, REAL. It's been so many times that I broke down and I was kind of pulling on the energy of my grandfather, Claude, where it would have shocked him that it was there because I never met him in person. It didn't go to my grandfather, Bo Diddley, who I met in person. When I'm sad about a man, or sad that I ain't got the money, or sad that I don't have nobody but Sammy at Walmart to help me with, where they don't arrest me or whatever because they know I'm getting close. My real tears, like lamenting, like moaning, like what the fuck kind of shit. That's what my father's father, would pick up and say, I knew you was my favorite. Because he'll be going around to everybody. Asked homegirl, her mother, which is my sister, she want to be everybody's favorite. She real envious, jealous spirit kind of shit for whatever work they did on her. I don't know. But she puts her children in a competitive energy by her being an Aries. So they real competitive and warmongering and gotta be seen and gotta be validated and need the attention. And if I ain't the favorite as fine as I am, and they daddy got some of that shit too. You see the shit you gotta work through? Deep shit, man. That this world for real, and some shit that you didn't clean up brought about in you and made you the person you are today. If you don't like how that looks, then you got work to do. It's that plain and simple. If somebody is sitting around there, if you die and somebody is sitting around there and you say that person is my favorite, that person never met you before, but you just like, I like this motherfucker. I'll put it to you like this. My little sister, I went and met her children. Her son, adorable. You can't help but to fall in love with him. Her other little son, adorable. You can't help but to fall in love with him. His personality, you can't help it. Her little girl, I'm like, oh, that's me. You see what I'm saying? That kind of shit. Now, if I met her then, if he held me, I wouldn't remember. My niece, who I'm talking about, if I died today, she wouldn't remember me. Unless her mother brought it to her memory because her mother was there and seen us